Welcome to Full Focus, where I'll be talking about underrated players in the NBA. Today's player is Bennedict Mathurin, who plays for the Indiana Pacers. He was drafted 6th overall in 2022 by the Pacers. His rookie season, he averaged an impressive 17 points, 4 rebounds and 1.5 assists, shooting 43% from the field and 32% from 3. Although his efficiency wasn't great, he played almost every single game last season on an average of 28.5 minutes on the court, which puts him 6th overall in minutes played by a rookie. In front of him were Paolo Banchero, the first pick of the draft, Jabari Smith Jr., the third pick, Jalen Williams, Keegan Murray and Jaden Ivey, who were all starters on their teams for most games that they played. Bennedict Mathurin attempted 12 shots a game, including 4 3-point shot attempts, which puts him third amongst rookies, right behind Paolo Banchero and Jaden Ivey. That's pretty impressive for a player that started in only 17 games last season, compared to Banchero, who started 72 games, and Ivey 73. Part of the reason he shoots the ball so much, in my opinion, is that he has a killer mentality and doesn't back down. Bennedict Mathurin stands at 6'6" and weighs 210 pounds. He's a very strong and physical player, and he isn't afraid of attacking the basket. Have a look at this play where Mathurin brings the ball up the court. Buddy Hield is going to set a screen for Mathurin, but instead of taking it, he's going to drive to the basket on the left side. That's because he knows that if he had taken the screen, firstly, Kyle Anderson would have switched easily onto him, and secondly, Anthony Edwards could have come and double-teamed him. Lastly, both Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns would have easily provided help and deter any shot, as they are positioned slightly outside the paint on the right side. So Mathurin does the smart thing of taking advantage of the open lane and gets an amazing bucket at the rim. Again, you see him finishing at the rim even though the shot is contested well by the defender. At first, centre Goga Bitadze is going to fake a screen, and then Mathurin is going to drive to the basket using his speed and strength to put up a tough layup. He started the season a bit slow, putting up 6, 5 and 8 points in games against the Bulls, the Cavs and the Spurs, but had great performances in his last 2 games against the Jazz and the Bucks with great efficiency and with less playing time. In the victory against Utah, he scored 22 points, grabbed 9 rebounds and had 4 assists alongside 2 steals, and shot 50% from the field, including 57.1% from 3, attempting 7 shots from beyond the arc and converting 4 of them. He had another great performance against Milwaukee, putting up 26 points, 11 rebounds and 2 assists, shooting 50% from the field and 42% from 3. As I mentioned before, Bennedict Mathurin has played less minutes than last season, despite him starting all games played so far. The major difference this season is that he's moved over to the small forward position and has gotten less touches. His usage rate so far has gone down just slightly, from 25% last season to 23%. Look at how well Bennedict Mathurin creates space for himself. He uses his explosiveness to drag the defender with him, who thinks he's going to the rim, but he instead hits a step back to create an open look for himself and drains the 3-point shot. Again, you can see him attack the basket on the mismatch versus Cameron Payne. He's being double-teamed in the corner at first, but Chris Middleton has to prevent a possible pass to Bruce Brown, so that leaves Mathurin being guarded by the shorter Cameron Payne. He then simply drives to the basket and does great at protecting the ball in his hands, as Middleton tries to get the steal. Finally, he bullies his way to the rim, as Payne can do nothing to prevent the shot. Finally, his rebounding skills are very underrated. He's really good at grabbing offensive rebounds, thus creating second chance opportunities for his team. Bennedict Mathurin is 5th among small forwards in total offensive rebounds this season, which is very impressive, and his physicality and athleticism allow him to do so. Here he drives to the basket and misses the layup, but grabs his own rebound against 2 defenders, including Bobby Portis, who's a solid rebounder. Mathurin then scoops it up and in and gets the foul called, creating an and-one opportunity. He's also a great dunker. Here he quietly runs to the corner, and when Jose Alvarado gets in the paint and turns his eyes to the ball, Mathurin goes for the backdoor cut and calls for the alley-oop, giving him an easy dunk. Overall, Bennedict Mathurin is a promising young player on a talented team alongside Tyrese Haliburton, who's such a great playmaker. I think he has all the tools to become an impactful player in the NBA with his athleticism, aggressiveness and scoring ability, and I'm extremely excited to see what he's going to produce this season. This was Full Focus, and next episode is Mark Williams.